Well, Sambit Patra of the BJP RSN Singh, formerly of RAW, Vikram Singh, former DGP Uttar Pradesh, has been involved in the case. Yashwant Deshmukh is joining us on a Skype live, one of India's respected political analysts from Dubai. Sanjay Hegde, senior advocate of the Supreme Court. Rahul Narvekar's advocate, spokesperson MLC of the NCP. Faraz Khan, advocate of the Delhi High Court. Darshan Desai, senior journalist. Vimal Bhai of the National Alliance of People's Movements. And so many of you tonight are asking me about this empty chair. Well, this empty chair belongs to the Congress party. Why we have an empty chair is a question the Congress party should answer. In a democracy, a party that claims to be democratic should be part of any debate that consumes the democracy of this country, especially on a matter as important as the Ishrat Jahan case. Some of you say that empty chair is a reflection of arrogance. Some of you say that empty chair is a reflection of the new thinking in the Congress party under Rahul Gandhi, that you don't need to answer the people of this country. I won't presume exactly what it is, but you can tell us tonight, and the hashtag is on tonight. You can tell us what you think that empty chair represents. And by the way, if anyone in the Congress party of any position of responsibility is watching tonight, this Newshour program goes out to an audience of over 20 million people. What should I tell 20 million people? That the Congress party as of now is boycotting the program. I don't ask convenient questions, but if that is a reason that you need to ask convenient fireside chat kind of questions to have the involvement of the Congress party, then my position on that is clear. I will not relent to the Congress party. I will ask you the questions I want. I will not ask you scripted questions. And hence, whether you can sit on that empty chair or not is your right. It is always there for you. Now let's begin the debate. What's the issue at hand tonight, Rahul Narvekar? Let's start with you, Rahul Narvekar. Clyde Crasto is on the program tonight. Sorry, not Rahul Narvekar. Clyde Crasto is representing the NCP. So let's start with you, Clyde. In my view, the issue is about the compromise of national security. What do you think the BJP should do now that this whole issue is out in the public domain? Clyde, why don't you start the debate? What should the BJP government do now that these facts are in the public domain? Clyde. I don't think Clyde can hear me, so I put that question to Sanjay Hegde. Sanjay Hegde, what should be done now?
Well, there are two options that the BJP has.
Yeah.
Either to withdraw the case and say, look, all your previous investigation was bunkum, or to say that there is a charge sheet, let the matter go to trial. These are the only two possibilities. It's entirely up to the BJP to decide what it wants to do.
Which of it will it choose?
I've been reading up.
Which of it will it choose? Which of it will it choose? You can't just comment, Sambit Patra. Which of these will you choose? Sambit.
Definitely we will choose the path which will ultimately lead to expose the ones who lied and bring the truth forward to the country. And I'm sure the government is going to be extremely serious on this issue. And only yesterday, if you remember, Nirmala Sitharaman, the government's representative, held a press conference, and when a similar question was posed to her, she categorically said that we are extremely serious and we will investigate this issue. But Arnab, since you began by inviting all of us to think something about the empty chair, I have already thought of something about the empty chair. The hashtag should be Congress Mukt Newshour. Well, yes, before it becomes Congress Mukt Bharat, Congress Mukt Newshour is a truth. I should congratulate everyone in the panel over here that at least the ones who represented lies, the ones who in fact compromised with the national security are absconding from one of the most important news shows of the country because they do not have the guts to face the people of this country. Or else, Mr. Chidambaram, no one else, Mr. Chidambaram should be occupying the empty chair and he should expose Sonia Gandhi ji tonight. He should say on whose behest he signed the first affidavit and thereafter changed his mind for the second affidavit. He should expose to the nation tonight by coming to the empty chair and agreeing to the fact that something transpired in these 45 days that he was to change his mind. What changed his mind? Under whose impression he changed his mind? Where did the remote control lie? He should come here tonight and he should expose Sonia Gandhi, he should expose the 10 Janpath's hypocrisy.
There are many implications Well, many comments on that empty chair. I'll restrain mine. Prema wants to say something. Prema?
What Chidambaram had said. Chidambaram himself had said that Ishrat Jahan was an LET terrorist when he signed on that first affidavit. In fact, this is the para number 14. It is humbly submitted that it is clear from the above that Ishrat was actively associated with LET. This is what the Congress had said then. This is the FBI report which again says that Ishrat was a terrorist. This is the NIA report which says Ishrat was a terrorist. This is the legal attaché, the US legal attache's letter which says Ishrat was a terrorist. And most importantly, this is the Congress parties, this is the then UPA government's affidavit, the first affidavit that the UPA government itself says that Ishrat was a terrorist. Then what happened in that month between August and September 2009 that Chidambaram had to change his opinion? And this is nothing but suppression of facts, Arnab, and this is a very serious offense.
Well, it is a very serious offense for the fact, Prema, as you've rightly put out, and I just like to get Yashwant Deshmukh in very quickly. You know, in my perspective, people say, why have you been reporting this story? Well, I'm reporting this story because I'm genuinely concerned about the security of this country, Yashwant, where intelligence agencies, as per our findings today, are treated like mere puppets and pawns in a larger political conspiracy. Every Indian should be concerned about the security implications, shouldn't they? Yashwant.
Absolutely, Yashwant. Absolutely, Arnab. No two opinion about it. And I must put one thing more on track, Arnab, because I've been following this story on social media as well, and I read, gone through the reply that the Congress party had formally given in their press release as well. Everybody on that side of those who are trying to say Mr. Chidambaram or the Congress are trying to put the debate whether or not if that was a fake encounter. Well, the debate is not that, Arnab. There are many criminals who have been shot in fake encounters across India. I am not denying that. But this debate is not about whether or not it was a fake encounter. The debate is about whether Ishrat Jahan was a terrorist or not.
Yeah.
And that is something which has to be nailed down, because it could be wrong, must be wrong. If anybody has done a fake encounter, the law should take its own course. But even bigger sin than the fake encounter is the fact that there are people still out there in our political spectrum who are still trying to camouflage a terrorist in the name of a martyr. And that's the bigger sin than any fake encounter of a terrorist. I think the issue here has to be nailed down to the fact that Ishrat Jahan was a terrorist, and not the case that whether that was a fake encounter or not. These are two different things, and we are debating here the lie which was said none other than by the then Home Minister of this country, and the lie how they have propagated and the political discourse that followed in this country that an innocent person was shot down as a terrorist.
And that was the basis.
That was not an innocent person. That was a terrorist. Terrorist remains a terrorist, come what may.
Well, I mean, let's assume the encounter was fake. No, what's it? Okay, what's it? Vimal Bhai is coming into the debate. Yes, Vimal Bhai. Vimal Bhai and RSN Singh. Vimal Bhai and RSN Singh. Vimal Bhai and RSN Singh.
आप लोग सब जज क्या हम कोर्ट में बैठे हुए हैं और हम डिसाइड करेंगे इशरत जहां एक आतंकवादी थी या नहीं थी? अब हेडली साहब उतर के आते हैं, सरकार उनसे पूछती है, तो मुझे लगता है अदालतें खत्म कर देनी चाहिए और हम टेलीविजन पे बैठ करके तय कर दें कि ये सारे मुस्लिम हैं। क्यों नहीं साध्वी प्राची की बात होती, क्यों नहीं साध्वी की बात होती,
संबित पात्रा, संबित,
क्यों नहीं हम उनकी बात करते हैं जिन्होंने की आज तक हिंदू आतंकवादियों की बात क्यों नहीं होती है? हिंदू आतंकवादियों की बात क्यों नहीं होती है? मैं वो पूछना चाहता हूँ।
विमल भाई जी, कल से हम आपको देख रहे हैं,
बहुत प्यार से सुने, कितने सुंदर शब्दों में
अदालत कर रहे हैं आज,
से लेना देना नहीं है, मगर हम देश के उस समुदाय की बात कर रहे हैं जो समुदाय खतरनाक मुस्लिम करार देकर के रख रहे हैं, उसकी बात देश को अब गलत दिशा में लेके जा रहे हैं।
पहली बात तो यह है विमल भाई, पहली बात तो यह है विमल भाई दैट यू डिसाइड कि आपके आर्गुमेंट क्या है। आप जैसे लोग और मैं ये तर्क आपके सामने बहुत सम्मान से आपको रख रहा हूं। आप जैसे लोग कहते हैं टेररिज्म हैज नो रिलीजन। आई एग्री, टेररिज्म हैज नो रिलीजन। Then why you keep talking about Ishrat Jahan being a Muslim, whether she's a Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Christian, any religion has absolutely no consequence.
उनकी बात ये
नहीं, आप इसमें Muslim angle मत लाइए. Don't bring a Hindu-Muslim angle in this, because I'll tell you, no, don't bring a Hindu-Muslim angle in this. Vimal Bhai, don't bring a Hindu-Muslim angle in this. इसमें Hindu-Muslim angle मत लाइए.
जब नहीं मुस्लिम है क्यों नहीं है इसके अंदर
Arnab, let me tell you,
Ishrat Jahan is a terrorist. That's it. Don't get into the other issue.
भोले भाले दिखने वाले जॉन दयाल,
मतलब क्या रहे?
ये भोले भाले दिखने वाले जॉन दयाल हैं.
डामाडोल हो रही है, आप उसमें खड़ा कर रहे हैं बंजारा साहब को. आप
विमल भाई,
मुद्दे देश के अंदर में दूसरे साहब, आप उस पर बोलिए, व्यापार घोटाले पर बोलिए. आप
यशवंत देशमुख,
आपने अपने घोटाले उस पर बोलिए.
यशवंत देशमुख,
the debate is going in a very weird direction, Arnab. It's not a question whether it was a Hindu or a Muslim. It was a question whether it was a terrorist or not, and that fact was hidden by none other than the highest of the office in this country, and the national security was put up to at stake. And I mean, it's awful. It's a kind of really shameful that even the national security and the security of a chief minister who was at that point of time probable to become the prime minister of this country, his security was at stake, and still this fact was hidden at the highest of the office, none other than at the level of the Home Ministry of India, and still we are debating about whether the person in question was a Hindu or a Muslim. Doesn't matter. That's a stupid debate to do. It's a Hindu. It's not a Hindu versus.
The question tonight is this. One second. Viewers, 1 minute.
Not about Hindu Muslim.
Viewers, it's not about Hindu Muslim. And I'd like to get in Vikram Singh and Faraz Khan. And by the way, I'm only going to you because you're not coming into the debate yourself. And Darshan Desai is with us. You see, the issue is simply, and please feel free, Darshan and Faraz and Sanjay, Hegde, Clyde, Crasto, Vikram Singh to come into the debate on your own. I am only wishing to look at this debate, and by the way, I'm getting phone calls right now about that empty Congress chair. Well, I'd only say this, the chair is there. Even now, if the Congress party wants to come on the phone, they know the Times Now numbers, we'll take them on it. We believe in democracy. I don't know, I hope Rahul Gandhi believes in democracy.
Arnab, can I say
if the argument is that you need to ask us nice questions to come on Newshour, I have never asked nice questions ever to a political party on demand. We don't do on-demand journalism. So we can't promise that to the Congress party. Should they choose to fill in and sit on that empty chair, it's their choice. It's actually a choice that they have. What kind of democracy do they believe in? Anyway, I go back to the issue of security and I go to RSN Singh. RSN Singh and Vikram Singh were security experts here. You see, RSN, aspersions were cast, insults were thrown at the entire functioning of the intelligence bureau in the country, and the authenticity of their inputs was tarnished as non-conclusive. I know people from the intelligence agencies, RSN Singh, when they met my reporters, and Prema will tell us how they cried off record. They cried their hearts out. Some of them said, RSN, that we gave our whole life and our youth through our 20s, 30s and 40s. We gave our whole life to this country. We took risks. We brought intelligence. And at the end of it, we were tortured. There were cigarette stubs which we were burnt with. And we were insulted. We were called names. We were called liars. We were posted out. We were disgraced. Because we didn't do the kind of intelligence that suits a certain political class. Is there no national implication of this, RSN? What is the national implication of this? What is its impact on the nation and on the next generation? RSN, the debate goes forward, by the way. Faraz, feel free to comment. RSN.
No, let me tell you about this whole case. Firstly, it was not confined to one state. This whole team, this whole Lashkar-e-Toiba team were moving. They first went to Lucknow. In Lucknow, they checked into a hotel, gave false name there, and that hotel still exists, by the way. From there, they went through several states, went into Gujarat. All through, they were speaking on satellite phone. right? Which is not there with a normal person. It is generally used by terrorists, right? After that, a pistol was procured. Ishrat Jahan was very much there when that pistol was being procured. Now you tell me, who was monitoring all this? Must be some central intelligence agencies. And then what they did was that they allowed these people to collect, and at a convenient place and a convenient time they were challenged. Like a true suicide bomber, they picked up their weapons. Have you ever seen a suicide bomber? How many suicide bombers you have seen surrendering? Even let me tell you, Ajmal Kasab was overpowered. He did not surrender. Finally, he developed cold feet. I mean, that was a different issue. Now, I again come back to the same question.
Why did you kill him on the street only, Mr.
Faraz?
Singh?
Yeah, what are you saying, Faraz?
Oh, yeah.
What are you saying, Faraz?
Sir,
Singh, can I say
again,
something?
I mean, I don't want to repeat. I don't want to repeat.
What are you saying,
Why
Faraz?
didn't you kill
Faraz,
Arnab on the
yes.
street?
Yes, Faraz, what are you saying?
And all this information.
You tell me.
Arnab,
You tell
Arnab,
me. You
what
tell
I'm
me how
saying-
do you
what
deal
I'm
with a
saying
suicide
is-
bomber? You tell me. And let me tell you, again I am saying,
The way
that it was an internal security operation. And that is,
Was there a suicide vest recovered? Where the recovery memos are there? Was there a suicide vest ever recovered? Come on, let's get the facts here.
Faraz, Sanjay Hegde. Yes, Sanjay,
Let's
what's
get
your
the
point?
facts here. Where was the suicide vest?
Arnab,
Where was the suicide vest
Arnab, what an
recovered?
irony.
Where was the suicide vest recovered?
Come on, Hegde Sahab, you are a senior lawyer. Hegde Sahab,
Let me put the facts to you.
Answer-
Let me
answer
put
to
the
Hegde
facts
Sahab.
to you.
अरे
Let me
जिसके
put
पास
the
सुसाइड
facts to you.
जिसके पास सुसाइड
Let
वेस्ट
me
नहीं
put
मिलेगा वो
the facts to you. Let me
a
put the
suicide
facts to
bomber
you.
can be armed with a pistol which was being procured.
This woman and Javed never met till the 1st of May. This woman died with Javed on the 15th of June. Are you telling me that within 45 days, are you telling me within 45 days that somebody was converted to being a suicide bomber without any earlier?
Your case is that she was moving around with two Pakistani terrorists. They were in a humanitarian mission. No, because they were in a humanitarian mission. My God, these people who came to Pathankot were a humanitarian mission.
Listen, your CBI charge sheet even today says that the two of them were taken
Arnab.
kept in a farmhouse. The two Pakistani nationals.
Arnab,
these documents
Arnab,
speaks for itself. In
let
fact,
it-
this document
let it-
clearly
Let's hear
speaks
from
about
Prema. Let's hear from Prema, gentlemen. Gentlemen, let's hear from Prema. Let's hear from Prema now, please. Prema, go ahead. Prema, let's hear from Prema. Let's hear from Prema. Let's hear from Prema now, please. Prema, go ahead.
Any terrorist,
Prema Street,
any
let's go on.
suicide
Let's hear from
bomber
Prema now.
who is on a mission in this country will be eliminated. Repeat.
This is the first affidavit which was.
Can I hear from
signed
Prema
by
only,
Union
please?
Home Minister P. Chidambaram.
Please go by the charge sheet. Yes.
Does the government of
Arnab,
the day
this is
stand
the
by the
first
charge sheet,
affidavit
or is it
which was
withdrawing the charge
Only
sheet?
signed
Prema.
by the then Union Home Minister P. Chidambaram. This
Yes,
is the
Prema,
first
go on.
affidavit, and in this first affidavit,
Who are
the
you to
Congress
say like
government
this?
clearly
Who are you
said
to
that
say like
Ishrat
this going
was a
to
suicide
Pakistan?
bomber.
Pakistan का visa
It
तो
also says
मोदी जी के पास है.
the investigation by Gujarat police also indicates that Ishrat and Javed had stayed together in a hotel in Lucknow and at a private residence in Ibrahimpur district Faizabad in UP. Both the petitioners have failed to explain the relationship of Javed and Ishrat with the two Pakistani nationals. Amjad Ali was a Pakistani LET terrorist, and the company of Ishrat and Javed with him clearly proves that they were working for the common mission of LET. Now, this is the first affidavit which was filed by the then UPA government. This was signed, the file notings of this was signed by the then Union Home Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram. So it's the Congress party itself which had once admitted to the fact that Ishrat and all the other 3 members were LET operatives.
The question is simply this. No, 1 sec. Let's go to Vikram Singh. Let's go to Vikram Singh. 1 sec. Thank you for the clarification. Now the point is this, viewers. The point is on security implications, Vikram Singh. Okay, you've been DGP of Uttar Pradesh. You are one of the country's most respected policemen. Like RSR is a very respected former intelligence official. My point is, national security was thoughtlessly played around with to gain political capital. That there was an assassination plot was casually buried in the melee surrounding the case for political expediency. And I'm very sorry to have to say this tonight, but even if the Congress party were to sit on that empty chair, I would ask them today that subterfuge and possibly coercion was freely exercised as a legitimate means to fulfill insidious ends. So the point is, the entire process of intelligence gathering and anti-terror operations, Vikram Singh, was vitiated. A terrorist organization like the Lashkar-e-Toiba was unwittingly handed over a veneer of credibility as a result of a clean chit given to Ishrat Jahan. Was anyone thinking of what the cost on our country would be of doing all of this? Vikram Singh.
Absolutely, Arnab. Absolutely, Arnab.
Arnab,
Giving an escape route to anti-national elements. They have a lot of explaining to do as to how they allowed an escape route to them. Thanks to you and Prema, who exhumed, I repeat, exhumed such sensitive papers and opened a can of worms, which would be very difficult to explain by the Congress.
Yes, Faraz, what are you saying?
Mr. Hegde, have the patience to listen,
Where have
please.
they changed anything?
There can
Where
be
have
no
they changed anything? Mr. Singh, if you may allow me.
There cannot be cut and dried solutions.
Mr. Singh, if you may allow me to say something to you.
And there cannot be cut and dried solutions. First of all,
I'm saying, Mr. Singh, I'm not talking about the fake encounter right
Pakistan
now.
And ISI,
I'm saying that
you
where
are aligned
has the
with
UPA
national
government
security.
said or spoken in 2 different versions? They have not spoken in 2 different versions.
Please listen to Prema first.
The statement of Hegde
there was a document in March,
it was a
and there was a document in total contradiction.
I have gone through the
May.
No, I am carrying the document with me.
You have changed the affidavit.
I am carrying the document with me, Mr. Singh.
You seem to have given a parachute and an escape route.
It has not been changed.
Everybody has been discussing that document.
How can the High Court allow changing an affidavit?
And let me tell you, sir,
how can the High Court allow changing an affidavit, Mr. Singh?
May I just have 30 seconds? May I just have 30 seconds?
You can go on and on saying things which are just completely not logical.
For the first time on 25th of February, on 26th of February, I sent an email to Police Commissioner Delhi and the Director CBI to lodge an FIR against all the people who had manipulated, who had given an escape route to everyone, who had worked against India. And therefore, this FIR needs to be lodged. Let us say, if I am at fault, if Arnab
why
is at
don't
fault,
you now go to the
can
court?
Be prosecuted under 182 CIPC. This, of course, will be taken. I am saying it on the national channel because this FIR needs to be lodged and investigated. And therefore, those who have compromised with national security have a lot of explaining to do.
Well, we are putting some facts in the public domain.
No one has compromised with national security, sir.
And yes, Sanjay, what do you say?
Sanjay, the charge sheet, or will you not stand by the charge sheet? Sambit, Patra, you better answer
Mr.
that.
Goswami, let me please reply to Faraz. Let me please reply to Faraz.
Yeah, go on, reply to Sanjay.
I really need to come in over here.
Yeah, go on.
Arnab,
I tell you, I've been looking at the smiling, giggling, laughing face of Faraz. I've been looking at his face and I feel dejected. Let me tell you, I feel dejected, sir.
Yes.
This is a very serious issue that we are discussing.
Because you are shouting.
Let me tell you,
Mr. Patra, you are shouting
of terrorists,
as you don't have the genuine and substantial answers.
Please, you may laugh, but people of this country will laugh at you, Faraz. Please don't do this. I'll tell you who the last.
I am laughing because you don't have a single genuine answer.
The LET would be having the last laugh, sir, if we keep on fighting amongst ourselves. I tell you,
last night also
I tell you today in Pakistan, when the LET would be watching this debate, they would be laughing out loud and saying, why do we need to send Pakistanis there to fight
and your government has made murderers.
The Indians are fighting among
the DGP of state of Gujarat
laughing to themselves and saying,
who has been made a DGP of Gujarat?
We send a terrorist The Indians
Patra,
caught them.
Mr. Patra,
the Indians fought
who has
the
been made a
terrorists.
DGP of
And
Gujarat.
Yet the Indians are fighting amongst themselves.
He's an accused of murder.
To establish the truth. which
Mr.
is
Patra,
known
you
to
didn't have the
everyone.
answer to any of the questions.
Don't give an escape route
Even
to
last
the
night,
elite.
not even today,
Not
even today.
Arnab,
you are
when
speaking
you show
of national
Faraz,
security.
when you show
You are
Faraz,
speaking of
when you have
patriotism.
Sanjay Hegde,
And your
please
government
don't show the empty
is
chair.
appointing murderers.
They don't show the empty
as
chair.
DG
They
of
are
the state of
Chidambarams
Gujarat.
in trousers. That is all. They are congressmen in disguise.
1 second.
Look at him.
No one is
How
Chidambaram in
Sanjay
trousers,
Hegde is
Mr.
responding.
Patra.
Sanjay.
And
No, you are
everything
Chidambaram
to
in
do with
trousers.
law.
That is the difference.
I have
kind of
everything to do
connotation.
with
You
law.
are
I'm
congressmen in
asking you.
disguise.
You,
It is
the
like-
Why
government
this
does not
empty
change.
chair?
The government is a continuing entity. If the government files a charge sheet, it either stands by the charge sheet or it
the
withdraws the charge
affidavits
sheet.
are black
Now
and
you
white
please take
paper.
a stance on that.
The NIA report is
There
a black and white
is there a
paper.
charge sheet before the court?
Any literate
Are you
person
standing
who
by
can
the
go
charge
through the
sheet?
affidavit,
Are
any
you
literate
standing by
person
the
who can
charge
read
sheet
the
or are
NIA
you withdrawing
report,
it?
any literate
Are
person who
you
can go through
standing by the
letter to
charge sheet?
Okay,
or are you withdrawing it?
one second. I take you back to the debate. Viewers, I take you back to the debate. Viewers, I take you back to the debate. I want Darshan Desai to come in. 1 second. Darshan is up. Darshan and Clyde are coming into the debate. I'm also getting them to the debate. Now, Darshan, 1 sec. Darshan and Clyde. Darshan and Clyde. 1 minute. I said today, security is possibly compromised. And I'm saying so because Darshan, by absolving a Lashkar-e-Toiba operative of her terror links and misleading the people, is it or is it not a security threat to the country if a government of the day suppresses information regarding an Indian national's terrorist links? Darshan, let's be very objective tonight. Is that not compromising the security of the nation? Darshan and then Clyde. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I'll compliment Times Now for bringing this expose to us. You know, it is very, very shocking. You know, like having said that, Arnab, it is very important since Times Now has investigated this and brought it to us. It is also important that we should look into whether that encounter was fake or not. It is not a separate issue. Please let us understand. You know, it doesn't take away, Arnab, from our charge that you know, it clearly appears that security was compromised. But at the same time, we should not look away from the encounter, because there is a voluminous charge sheet by the CBI which says that the encounter was completely fake and senior officers of the Gujarat police were involved in it. Not only senior officers of the Gujarat police, but the officers of the intelligence bureau, including Mr. Rajendra Kumar, who was the director in Ahmedabad. There are 4 other CBI officers who were involved. That is what the CBI charge sheet very clearly says. It goes on to say that
Darshan,
a fake, not only it goes on to fake.
Darshan, just very briefly, I want to come in on that. Darshan, listen. Darshan, let us assume.
You either stand by it or you withdraw it.
What I am saying is that for one line that whether she was terrorist or not, Mr. Chidambaram had many collaterals to hit. He hit the IB, he hit the NIA, he hit that team which had reconstructed the entire
the CBI has filed a charge sheet. Does the government stand by it or not?
He had pitted IB. He had pitted IB against CBI.
Does the government today stand by it or not?
It is
even today the CBI says that the charge sheet is right.
One agency against the other.
Even today the CBI says the charge sheet is right. Even today the CBI says that the charge sheet is right. Unless the charge sheet is withdrawn, it cannot stand. Unless the charge sheet is withdrawn. Now let me tell you what the charge sheet says. Let me tell you what the charge sheet says. You cannot shout me down. Don't try it. The charge sheet says very simply this, that in April 2004, before the government changed,
On April 2004,
how can you have a criminal
gave a false
input?
In April 2004, before the IB knew that the government was changing, it gave a false input. Because of that input, there was an encounter. That encounter happened on June 15, 2004. There was an encounter. There was a girl who was killed. There was a girl who was killed who 45 days before had never met these people concerned. There were
the question is Sanjay Hegde, can we dilute our passion for a minute, please? Gentlemen, please stop. 1 minute, gentlemen. Now I have something to say.
Yes.
I heard you now, Sanjay Hegde, 1 minute. Sanjay Hegde, I'm coming into this. I'm coming into this because I want to say something. I am saying something tonight, please hear me.
Shout right back. Don't you calm down. Shouting
this
over me.
Has to
I can shout right
who
back.
Are these people
my lungs are as good as yours. Don't try to shout over me. First and foremost, please take one stand. The government of India has one face. The government has only one face.
That should be blown into smithereens.
The charge sheet has to go to trial. Either charges have to be framed by the court, or the court has to.
Okay, Sanjay Hegde.
That is the law.
Sanjay Hegde. Now listen. I want to respond once and for all to all those people who say she may have been a terrorist, but the encounter was fake. Yesterday, Mr. P. Chidambaram sent me a message. I'm saying something. Please hear me.
Tell RSN Singh not to shout over me.
Okay, thank you. Please don't shout over each other. Okay, now the question is this. Yesterday, Mr. P. Chidambaram refused to come on Newshour. I sent him an SMS and he replied on SMS. I'm not going to put out the personal part because he made some personal allegations against me, which is okay. That is his privilege. He can say anything on a personal level. I'm not going to share that. But what he said was, he says the real issue is whether the encounter was fake. That's interesting, Clyde. Now, I'm assuming, Clyde, Crasto and Yashwant Deshmukh will come in on this. Even assuming the encounter was fake, that does not explain why there is such a great deal of caginess in acknowledging the antecedents and the terrorist motives of Ishrat and gang. Even assuming the encounter was fake, it does not explain or justify leaving a great deal of ambiguity over the terrorist links of Ishrat in the second affidavit. Clyde. So this whole argument that even if let's talk about the fake encounter, it doesn't explain anything, Clyde. Clyde and then Yashwant. Clyde.
Can I come in now?
Yes, Clyde, go on.
Terrorist into a martyr.
That's what.
Arnab,
they want to turn a terrorist into a martyr.
I just want to state again, I was on your show earlier. I was there this evening. What I stated was something very simple. We can go on with this. Somebody was right, somebody was wrong. Paper signed, not signed. Fair enough. There was the first affidavit, then there was second affidavit. Both have been proved to be, there's anomalies in everything. What is stopping the BJP in filing the third affidavit?
Yeah, Sambit, respond. Sambit.
In front of the court.
Sambit,
go
respond.
To the court. There's a law of the land here.
Sambit, respond.
Let the courts decide. Go to the court. A mother is fighting for the innocence of a child. Go to the court and prove it. Show it to the nation. You have everything. You say you have everything that proves the whole thing. All the other things are wrong. File the third affidavit, go to the court, show it to the court and prove it. The law of the land is above everybody, above all of us. If somebody's done anything wrong, let the law take its course. Why don't you do? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Why aren't you filing the third affidavit? Why aren't you going through the case? Are you afraid that the real truth will be exposed? Why are you doing that? Go ahead and file the third affidavit.
Look at him. The sinners are shouting the loudest. Okay, let me answer the question. First, Arnab, before I answer the specific question,
Sambit, Dr. Sambit Patra, you have no right to say things about anybody.
You think you are holier than thou? Then prove your holiness.
The Congress party.
Go ahead and prove your holier than thou attitude. Prove your holiness. Prove you are perfect. Prove you are right. Prove it to the nation.
I repeat it.
Prove it. But there's a law above you. Go to the law. Request the law to take its course. You don't judge. You don't sit in judgment. You don't say who's sinner, who's not sinner. You have no right to do that. You are not holy. Don't try to portray as holier than thou image. It does not work. The law is holy.
What you are doing.
Okay, closing the debate.
The law take its course.
Calm down.
You can't be holier than thou. The law is holy.
Calm down.
Respect the law of this country.
Calm down.
No, you don't tell me to calm down, not to calm down. I've been listening to going on and on. Half the time I can't hear who's saying what. Because everybody's screaming on
fall ill otherwise. Calm down.
Okay, you don't tell me to calm down. You prove.
Okay, the NCP representative, please
listen to something. Then I'll calm down and talk to you. But don't try to show that you're holier than thou and don't call us sinners. Okay, you have no right to sit in judgment. You cannot take a call on this one. Okay,
Arnab, we have missed a very important point tonight. And I want to bring this very important point to the forefront of debate. Remember, the NIA 119-page report deletes what David Coleman Headley speaks about Ishrat. And remember, this deposition of David Coleman Headley taken by NIA in 2010 in America was in respect to 26/11 attack in Mumbai. In fact, the Congress government, Ishrat was one issue. The second very important issue that we have forgotten today is that the Congress government was compromising in providing justice on 26/11. It was compromising on providing justice to the ones who have died, both the people of this country as well as the police personnel who have died because of 26/11. All this deposition of NIA was in 2010 in relation to 26/11. So in fact, this is bigger a reason as to why Mr. Chidambaram should be on the chair that is empty tonight. Now coming to the question that was posed by Clyde as to why not a third affidavit. Sir, these are not apple and oranges. That if two oranges are rotten, you can have a third orange, sir. These are affidavits. And over here we have experts. We have legal experts. Ask them. It is a criminal
closing
offense.
the debate now, viewers.
File a wrong affidavit.
I'm closing the debate
now. So, when the first affidavit was filed and the second affidavit was amended because of a wrongful political intention, that was a criminal offense done. Criminal offense by the Congress party.
Viewers.
Criminal offense by Mr. Chidambaram.
Viewers.
So that criminality has to be addressed. It is not whether multiple affidavits can be filed or not.
We'll follow the story.
The wrong that the truth was hidden, that the truth was not allowed to come to the forefront on the floor of the court.
So viewers, if I can say something at the end of Newshour tonight.
You expose the truth, bring everything
Viewers, I have just two questions at the end of Newshour tonight. I hope I have a little bit of attention. Vimal Bhai, आपसे भी चाहूँगा मैं कि मेरी छोटी सी बात आप सुन ले. I am just saying two things. In this country, there has been an attempt at bestowing effective martyrdom to a terrorist. Okay, I want all those groups, whether they are political parties, NGOs, or NGOs that are actually semi-political parties. I call them semi-political parties. I would only like to ask them two questions. One, is rebranding a terrorist as an innocent victim a threat to national security or not? Secondly, is it or is it not against the interest of India's national security to give the benefit of doubt to a terrorist group like the Lashkar-e-Toiba, which has a well-documented history of killing our people? The Lashkar-e-Toiba, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has a well-documented history, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, of killing Indians. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, do you believe, and that empty chair, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and the empty chair should answer that question, do you believe, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, that it is against the interest of national security to give the benefit of doubt to the Lashkar-e-Toiba? That question goes across to you. I thank you all, those who are present and those who are not present, for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you.